I'm not getting paid for double duty.
Really not going to make a man's work. Love you, Dad. I'd now like to ask Kelly's sister-in-law and my smoking hot wife, Megan, to come forward for the first reading.
While most would not consider Chad to be a lover of poetry, there is one writer in particular whose prose deeply touches him. So in honor of this special occasion, the matrimony of Chad and Kelly, I would like to share some words from the great poet Hugh Anthony Craig III. Love. The power of love is a curious thing. Make a one man weep, make another man sing. Change a hawk to a little white dove. More than a feeling, that's the power of love. Tougher than diamonds, rich like cream, stronger and harder than a bad girl's dream. Don't need money, don't need fame, don't need no credit card to ride this train. It's strong and it's sudden and it's cruel sometimes, but it might just save your life. That's the power of love. That's the power of love.
Thank you, Megan. You still look hot. Hugh Anthony Craig III is both a gentleman and a scholar. Also, he really likes the news and sports. The bride and groom have now asked that brother-in-law Brian, known to most as Cookie, to close out the reflections with a reading, something of his own choice.
Good afternoon.
Someone's in California time.
All right, that's my bill from Legends last night. That's what I know I bought most of you a drink, so you're welcome. Please give me one tonight if you don't mind. For my reading today, I selected an excerpt from one of my favorite contemporary poets. This selection is from a portion of this poem where the man is expressing his love and appreciation for this woman and all that she had done for him. I think this is really relevant to the way that Chad loves Kelly. It's titled "You're All I Need" by Clifford Smith, aka Method Man. Shorty, I'm there for you anytime you need me. For real, girl. It's me in your world. Believe me. Nothing make a man feel better than a woman. Queen with a crown, that be down for whatever. Back when I was nothing, you made a brother feel like something. That's why I'm with you to this day, boo. Ain't no frontin'. Even when the skies were gray, you would rub me on my back and say, baby, it'll be okay. I'm actually going to skip the next section of this song. A little inappropriate for a wedding. I'll just jump right back into it. For those of you that are fans of Method Man know what I'm talking about. So here we go. Work life, I'll give you a ring to be my wife. I'm realizing that you didn't have to get with me, but you did. Now I'm going to go all out, kid. And I got mad love to give. You're my everything.
That was amazingly heartfelt, Brian. I couldn't have said it better myself. Parents are the building blocks to their children's future and relationships. The parents in this love story have contributed so much to Kelly and Chad's lives. Kelly and Chad have decided to symbolically thank them by inviting my mother Sandy and Chad's father Donald to join them in their wine ceremony. Kelly and Chad, you come here today from two separate families. For these two families, a new family will be created. Today, you will join your lives and families together. Sandy, Mom, and Donald, I ask you to grab each separate carafe. This is the wine which Kelly and Chad will drink to celebrate their marriage. The two separate bottles of wine symbolize your children's separate lives, separate families, and separate set of friends. They represent all that your children are and all that they'll ever be as individuals. These carafes of wine represent Kelly and Chad's lives before today. You helped nurture and shape the two as individuals, and today you have symbolically done the same by presenting each one of these carafes to them. Kelly and Chad, please accept these carafes. Accept them knowing that each one holds its own unique beauty, strength, and character. Each of you can stand on your own and be whole, without the need of anything else. But as per your choosing, when the two are blended together, they represent an entirely new and loving relationship. Each drop of wine brings to the mixture a lasting beauty that forever enriches the combination. I ask you now to blend the wine together, symbolizing the uniting of the bride and the groom into one. I didn't know if you really wanted to drink it.
Pass it over.
That's right. Don't leave us saying. The life that each of you have experienced until now, individually, will hereafter be inseparably united. For the two shall become one. Just as these two wines can never be separated and poured again into the individual containers, so will your marriage and your family be. Thank you. May I have the rings, please? These beautiful bands are unbroken circles, symbols of eternity with neither end nor beginning. They are to remind you not only of the endless love you profess for one another this day, but of the precious gift of trust, honesty, and commitment that you place to one another for all of your tomorrows. Kelly and Chad, from this day forward, you will wear these rings as a sign that no matter where you go, no matter what you do, there is someone in this world who loves you more than anyone else, who, whether near or far, is always by your side. May these rings forever shine as a symbol of enduring strength and beauty in a sometimes fragile world. Kelly and Chad, I have not the right to bind you to one another. Only you have this right. Since this is your wish, now is the time. Kelly and Chad have chosen to write their own vows. Chad, will you now tell Kelly what is in your heart?
Kelly, I can't believe that we've arrived at this day. I know this wedding may seem rushed to a lot of the people here. I mean, we've only officially been dating for 6 years now. But I don't care about any of that, because I know in my heart that this is right. Who knows? Maybe we could have done this even sooner. That is, if you hadn't spurned my initial advances, no matter how smooth or suave they may have been. But seriously, it's been a long and somewhat crazy journey to get here, although I hope we're still just getting started. From our courtship to us living 2,954 miles apart, I looked that up, to life in a studio apartment with a crazy neighbor, to traveling to incredible places, to buying our first home together, to my amazing proposal. To this day, and to all of our wild and wonderful adventures in between, I've loved you every step of the way and wouldn't trade a single moment that we've spent together. Kelly, you're the best person I know. One of my favorite parts of a relationship was when I got to start introducing you to all my friends. When they asked about you, I described you in the exact same way to each one of them. She is the sweetest and most genuine person that I have ever met. I was able to say that line over and over again, each time with a smile on my face, because each time I said it, I knew what I was saying was the absolute truth. Kelly, you are the sweetest and most genuine person in the world. You're the most beautiful person in the world, both inside and out. And well, for me, I guess that makes me the luckiest person in the world. I know you didn't get to be this way alone. I know that your parents had a lot to do with making you into the amazing person you are today. I never had a chance to meet or get to know your dad. Although through you and your family, I feel like I know him pretty well. I wish I could have known him. I wish I could have known him so that I could have thanked him for raising such a wonderful daughter. I wish I could have known him so I could have told him that I would always love you and I would always be there for you. That I would do everything in my power to protect and care for you. And I wish I could have known him, because if I did, that means I could have been there for you when he passed. And even though I know you weren't alone, it kills me that I wasn't there to provide you with comfort and support. The same type of support that you've given me in times of hardship. But I promise you that from this day forward, you'll never have to face anything alone again. I'll always be at your side, no matter how dark the day is. And I know beyond any reason of a doubt that you'll do the same for me. We get to do this together now. And while it's true that we'll have to face tremendous hurt again in our lives, I also believe with absolute certainty that there are many, many bright days ahead of us as well, too many to count. And I can't wait for each and every one of them. In closing, I want to tell you something that I've told you countless times before. I love you so incredibly much. If I had the choice of hanging out with anyone in the entire world, or sitting at home with you eating pizza and watching a crappy TV show, I'd choose you every time. You're my favorite thing.
You now place the ring on your beautiful bride's finger and repeat after me, please. All that I am, all that I do.
All that I am, all that I do.
All that I shall dream shall be ours together.
All that I shall dream shall be ours together.
I take you as my wife.
I take you as my wife,
My friend and my lover.
my friend and my lover,
From this day forth and into the fullness of time.
from this day forth and into the fullness of time.
So we shall meet and remember
For we shall meet and remember
and love again.
and love again.
Kelly, will you now tell Chad what is in your heart? Let's bring this back in line. Dad would have wanted it.
Another tough act to follow. My Bubba. I stand here today in front of our friends, our family, and you, never having felt more sure than anything in my life. While I've cherished every single moment we've ever shared, I've been waiting 6 years, 4 months, and 4 days for this one. I looked that up too. I'm not sure I knew it then in my mind, but the mysterious, inescapable, overwhelming feeling I experienced the night that I walked into that boat club, that I still feel when I think about it today, tells me that I knew it in my heart. For me, from that moment on, love as I thought I had known it was changed forever, and I knew I could never be again without it. With you, everything is different. The way you look at me, the way you say my name, the way we laugh, the way we share, the way we love. We have together built and nurtured a relationship that's full of respect, admiration, passion, friendship, and ease. I look at you and see every dream I've ever hoped for, and I literally get giddy just imagining the joys that our future adventures hold. I see ordinary days filled with spontaneity. I see forks in the road met by unconditional support and encouragement. I see happiness like we've never known happiness before. I see many, many sunsets. And with each one, I'll promise to breathe new life into these vows I give to you now. I promise to be crazy about you forever. I vow to help you love life, but when you don't, I vow to scratch your head.
I vow to have the patience that love demands, even if it means listening to you stretch out a story that I've probably heard 10 times. I vow to always let you choose the first slice of pizza and to never stop searching the grocery store for Snyder's discontinued Southern-style barbecue pretzels. I vow to always be on your side. I promise to hold every day I have with you true to my heart, especially Halloween. And I promise that if I have the choice of hanging out with anyone in the entire world, or sitting at home with you, eating pizza and watching TV, I'll choose you every time. I love you.
No. Will you now place the ring on Chad's finger and repeat after me, please?
Yes.
All that I am and all that I do.
All that I am and all that I do,
All that I shall dream shall be ours together.
all that I dream shall be ours together.
I take you as my husband, my friend, my lover.
I take you as my husband, my friend, my lover,
From this day forth and into the fullness of time,
from this day forth and into the fullness of time,
where we shall meet again and remember
where we shall meet and remember
and love again.
and love again. We're on.
May you always see yourselves as a vital part of one another and all life. May you nurture in one another understanding and a sense of wonder. May each day you share bring your spirits closer to oneness. And may your days be filled with happiness. I'd now like to invite someone very important to Chad and Kelly, and one of our flight attendants from today's flight. Chad's sister Courtney can you please come up and share an additional blessing? You could stand right here if you like. All right. Hold on.
That was very emotional. Now you will feel no storms, for each of you will be shelter to the other. Now you will feel no cold, for each of you will be warmth to the other. Now there is no loneliness, for each of you is companion to the other. You are two persons, but there is one life before you and one home. Turn together to look at the road you traveled to reach this, the hour of your happiness. It stretches behind you into the past. Look to the future that lies ahead, a long and winding, adventure-filled road whose every turn means discovery, new hopes, new joys, new laughter, and a few shared tears. May happiness be your companion. May beauty surround you both in the journey ahead. Go now and enter into your days together. Your adventure has just begun.
Woo!
Thank you, Courtney. So as this is my first officiating experience, how'd I do? When you get back to your hotel rooms, you'll find a brief survey regarding my performance, and please be kind. And with that aside, by the power vested in me by me, I now pronounce that you are now as your hearts have always known you to be. Husband and wife, you may kiss your beautiful bride. And may I be the first to welcome you to the family, brother. And now I'd like to introduce you to Mr. and Mrs. Chad and Kelly Bates.